Hello, skateboarders. Welcome to TSM Live Show, Season 6, Episode 8. I'm your host, Tommie Zam. On this episode, we have Justin Bishop, Vincent Alvarez, musical guest, Matt Costa. You guys ready to get this show started? Yeah! Let's do this. Hey, what's up, Justin Nux?
Oh, what's going on, man?
How you doing, dude?
I missed that.
Hey, we'll get that. We'll get that.
I wish we could do a second take like you did, but you know, we got it.
No,
we got it.
We'll do a second take. We'll do a second take?
No, I hope not.
Oh, okay.
No,
we'll do Nux again.
Okay, all right.
There we go.
Boom.
How you been, dude?
I'm doing good. How you doing, man?
Good. How was your trip up? Did you drive or did you fly or what?
No, I don't have a license for either of those.
Okay.
But I did take a plane. So
Okay.
we got up here about 30 minutes.
Did you take a plane or did you borrow a plane?
We took it.
Okay.
We barge.
You barged
Yep,
it?
that's
You
all
ran
I
in
know
there,
how to do.
You ran in there and said, yo, I'm Justin Bishop. I'm taking this shit.
I said I was Justin the Bishop, and I'm taking this shit.
So was the flight good? Everything good coming up here?
Yeah. It was nice. Yeah, I love traveling without a skateboard, so that's my favorite thing to do. So if I don't have to travel with that, then it makes traveling so much easier. Yeah.
That's rad, dude. And you know, some people know who you are and some people don't. Can you just tell us a small little thing about yourself?
Yeah, I'm blind. That's
Oh,
pretty
you're
small.
blind, really? You're blind, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were.
Yeah, I'm a blind skateboarder from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Okay, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. I mean, being like, I have a lot of questions because I mean, I watch your clips and watch you skate, and dude, it's fucking amazing what you do, man. Like
thank you.
that's just so talented. But I'm gonna go step back a little bit. So, you know, were you born blind, or was it like a medical thing happen or something? You know, to ask the question.
Yeah, so I was born with a condition called retinitis pigmentosa. So technically I was born with my condition, but I didn't go blind until I was 20, and then I went fully blind at the age of 25.
Oh wow.
But I was lucky enough, I discovered skateboarding when I was 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were skateboarding before, and that's how you learn everything, right?
Yeah, I don't think my brain could comprehend a tray flip blind. Like, that's so intense. So, like, yeah, getting that, it was definitely learned sighted.
Okay. And then, like, so go back a little bit. So you started skateboarding when you were 10 years old, and that was in Vegas, correct?
Yes, yeah, born and raised in Las
Okay.
Vegas.
What was it like skateboarding in Vegas?
It's one of the best places to grow up skateboarding. One, you get to do it year round, depending on how well you take heat.
Oh, yeah.
But on top of that, just everyone that comes from Vegas is just gnarly shredders that give you no excuses. And that's probably why, like, I got into skateboarding after losing my sight, because no one in Vegas has excuses.
Yeah, no, that's true. And then, did you have a skate shop that you went to when you first bought your board, or did you go to Walmart or Kmart or anything like that?
My first skateboard was a Walmart skateboard.
Oh, sick.
But my first professional was in a spot called Subskates in Las Vegas.
Okay,
and I got
heard
like a
of that.
nice Rally Magic Cat was my first professional board.
Sick, dude.
Yeah.
And did they do a lot for the skate scene for in Vegas and stuff?
Honestly, at that time, I was 10 years old. I have no idea. I was just so stoked to own a skateboard. I didn't get into the skateboarding scene until I was like 13 and 14, and the shop was already closed by then.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks to hear. I mean, because it's sad that a lot of these skate shops don't stick around for a long time. But at least you got to experience a little bit of it, you know, of going to that skate shop.
Oh, yeah, and there's all kinds around in Vegas. Like one that stuck around for a while was It's All Downhill, was like my spot for a minute. And then when, you know, Board Deep and Pharmacy opened up in Vegas, then I was finally in the skate culture by then.
That's
and
awesome.
Yeah, it opened up everything.
And did your parents like support you in skateboarding, and were they 100% backing you up, or?
Yeah, so I come from a single family household. My dad loves sports. He did not understand skateboarding in any way, but he knew I wasn't playing video games at home. So he would always come to my competition, support it as much as he could at the time without even slightly understanding it. So it meant a lot for him to be involved in my skateboarding.
Dude, that's awesome. That's great to have parents that, like, involved in what you do.
Yes.
Because I mean, it gives you that motivation and support and stuff like that. And then when you got blind and everything, did you feel like you couldn't skateboard anymore, or did you feel like that helped you out?
Yeah. So when I went blind, I actually took a break on skateboarding. I took a break on life. Like when you lose your vision, it's a pretty intense scenario that happens. So I kind of went hard into, like, you know, I'm gonna be honest, I went hard into alcohol and drugs because you're just trying to escape. When you become blind after sight, you still dream in sighted visions. And so I would do anything I could to sleep because I could still live in my dreams and, you know, see. So it took about like 6 months to get out of that and then get my life back on track. So when it first happened, it was a rock bottom for me, but pulling myself out of that, you know, was part of the journey.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to picture myself in your shoes, and I mean, that's really hard, you know, because I mean, at first you can see everything, and then all of a sudden you just go, whoa, I can't see shit, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's mentally, like, gets to you.
Yeah, I mean, when you get to where I'm at right now, I've been fully blind for 11 years, so it's 100% different. The worst thing that's ever happened to me already happened. So anything that's going to be thrown my way, it's almost a joke. So that's like, there are, you know, lights at the end of the tunnel, if you will. Like, you know, there are good things that happen when bad stuff happens. So that helped me out a lot.
And when you got back on your board, how did it feel?
When I returned to skateboarding, it was one of the best feelings in the world because I gave it up for close to 2 to 3 years when I was learning how to be blind and independent. And so the first time I got back to skateboarding, it was actually my friends talking me into it because I didn't want to skate anymore. It was something that it was almost like, the best analogy I can think of is it's like a girlfriend that you love and you guys broke up on good terms, and then you just can't be with her anymore because she lives in a different state, or, you know, something like that. So there's just always something away from you. So when it finally returned to me, I remember feeling like, I can't believe I ever gave this up. Like, one of the things that happened that made me feel like I was so happy to have this back in my life was I took a slam and I missed falling. Like, it took 3 years the last time I took a fall. And I love that feeling, like how, like, I felt getting back up, that I accomplished something, failed, and I got back up, and that's what made me feel like, oh, I can't believe I ever gave skateboarding up. Dude,
that's rad. I mean, because, you know, people, you know, we always say skateboard saves our lives. And,
yes.
And prime example, it saved your life, you know?
Yes.
And got you back into it. And you've been killing it, dude. You gave us this video. Tell us about this video we're about to watch.
Yeah, the video you guys are about to check out is my welcome to street plant part. I got very lucky. Mike V hit me up and he checked out my skateboarding, and I was already filming for just filming clips, like stacking them, and he wanted all of them and welcomed me to the team. So that's what you guys are going to check out.
Okay, all right, guys. Well, you guys ready to check out Justin Bishop's video? Let's check it out.
Yeah.
Every man I ever met came with a noose around his neck. The more I loved him, the tighter the rope was bound. Seems funny now to me that bet against gravity and I watches their feet. Would never touch the ground. The first man I ever loved was much older than myself. He taught me how to navigate in the dark. Till this day, all the rocks still taste like tears. The first crack in my forever breaking heart.
Dude, that was a dope ass
Oh,
video, dude.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
That was sick, man.
Yeah.
Like, I got a lot of questions. Like,
Yeah.
how the fuck do you do that, dude? Like, I mean, I understand that you're skating stairs, but you have to use your stick
Yeah.
to do all that. I mean, like, take me to that. Dude,
Yeah.
of filming how you filmed all that, dude. Like,
Yeah.
that's fucking insane.
So I'm very lucky. I have a very patient filmer, and I don't get any of my tricks first try. So that's just straight like battles in every clip. I use my cane if I'm using stairs. My cane lets me know when the first stair drops. I also use a sound device.
A sound device?
Yeah, I have a little beeper box
What?
that lets me know where the last step is.
Well, that's
and
sick.
so I just got to clear that. And then I also use rope to let me go straight. So
What?
depending on if I need accuracy to go straight, I use that. So yeah, there's a lot of tools I use in my toolbox to get my tricks.
Dude, that's fucking sick, dude. I mean, I don't know. That to me, I mean, like I said, that video's insane. Like, I mean, you're jumping down set of stairs, you're doing banks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just insane. And I saw clips of you skating a mini ramp. Like, how? Like, you doing this? You do use the same stuff too, or what?
Yep, yeah, for mini ramps, I still use a beeper box to let me know where the coping's at, and I use my cane to also give me confirmation where the coping's at. But honestly, like, what gets me through, and I'm sure every skater is this way, blind, disabled, or, you know, a typical skater, is your friends talk shit to you and call you a pussy if you don't do something. So they don't give a fuck about your disabilities, and you
Yeah.
got to do them.
Yeah.
And so, like, having your friends push you that way has gotten me this far.
Dude, that's rad. And what's the worst build or worst bust that you had
I-
while filming this video part?
Oh, so my video part was actually cut short because I tore my ACL
Oh.
during it. One of the problems being blind is you can judge where the bottom of a step is by the sound, but it only gives you like a good like foot or two radius to like take your impact. So a lot of times when I jump down stuff, I take full impact straight and then try to catch my, you know, then take the impact. So on one of the impacts, I just was too stiff and my ACL tore. So
Damn, what trick was that?
olling down a 4 stair.
Oh, okay.
But that wasn't. We were there to get a real clip, but it was warm up that I messed it up.
And that's what pissed you off. You're like, shit.
It happens to everybody. No one tears or breaks anything doing something cool. It's always a pebble, a curb, or
Yeah.
a 4 stair.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
And you have sponsors. Who are your sponsors?
Yeah, so right now I just got onto Street Plant, and then
Congratulations.
thank you, and then Fallen Footwear, Bronson Bearings, Independent Trucks, Reapers Grip Tape, and Nixon Watches, and Pit Viper Sunglasses.
Okay, congratulations on all those sponsors, man.
Thank you.
And where can people find you? Like, do you have a social media, YouTube channel, website?
Yeah.
Where can people check your stuff out?
You can find me on Instagram, Justin the Bishop, TikTok, Justin the Bishop, anything Justin the Bishop.
Okay, and anything else coming up for 2023, like Tampa Am or anything like that?
So the next Do Tour, Do Tour does adaptive competitions. So Do Tour is still coming up for adaptive.
is?
Yep. And then
Sick.
USA Skateboarding is also holding an adaptive contest to make an
Congratulations
adaptive
on
team.
that, dude. I know that's been a big fight for that. you
Yep.
know?
And they added adaptives to it. So,
Yeah, I'm so
hopefully
happy.
that too. So.
That's congratulations. And one last question: what can you say to upcoming skaters or skaters that want to be like you or are in that same situation? What can you say to them?
No matter what happens to you, don't stop skateboarding. I stopped skateboarding when I became blind, and it made my life harder till skateboarding came back into it. If your life gets hard, shit gets busy, keep skateboarding, because that's going to keep you grounded and keep you young. And I wish I never stopped. So just that, never stop skateboarding.
Oh yeah, dude. You hear that, guys? Never stop skateboarding. Well, Justin,
Yeah.
thanks for coming on, brother.
Thanks for having me, man.
Definitely,
Thanks for
definitely.
having me.
All right. Well, coming up next is Matt Costa. Hey, what's up, Matt? How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good. At least it's like somewhat sunny outside today.
Yeah, it's pretty sunny today.
I mean, it's been like crazy down in San Diego, like muggy, hot, sweaty, no sun, anything like that.
Yeah, it's been pretty muggy actually here too
I
a little
know.
bit. Feels like, well, you're from Florida, right?
Yeah, originally from Florida.
I used to live in Florida
What
too.
part?
I lived in Orlando.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up in Pensacola, Florida,
Cool.
like more up in the
In
Panhandle
the
and stuff.
Panhandle, yeah.
When'd you move? When'd you lived out there?
I lived there in like 93 to 97.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that where you started skateboarding, or was it more here?
I started skateboarding there. That's where I got my first skateboard from like a CCS magazine.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. And yeah, I was like 11 years old.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And did you have like what got you into it?
Well, officially, like, I did start a little bit before I was like, I won like I sold candy bars for baseball, and the one prize that I wanted to get was a skateboard.
Mm-hmm.
So then I used my prize to get a skateboard, but it was an old school skateboard, and I had that one. And by that time, like, the new boards had been like more popular, so I was like, I need to get a new one. You know? So then I was like at the like bus loop, and I saw some kids skating, and I was like, oh, I like that, you know. So then I just started riding their boards, and then eventually they were like, you got to get your own, man. So then I decided to. They gave me like a catalog, and I looked at it, and then I ordered it, and I would stare at the board I got like every day until it arrived.
Mm-hmm.
And then it arrived in the mail, and it was a Hondo Soto New School skateboard.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Were you like this, like a kid with a candy bar, like
Yeah, I was so stoked. I really was. I was so stoked.
And that's where you started skateboarding, and you got more into it and everything, and then that's when you when your family made a trip to California, or what?
Yeah, I got really into it, and then, yeah, basically I would skate every day, and then, and every night too. It just basically, we'd just like go downtown with our video cameras and just do that till we couldn't even walk anymore.
Yeah.
And then we'd do it again. But my family moved back to California, and they moved to Huntington Beach.
Okay.
So then I went to Huntington Beach High School, which was pretty rad because that was where the old high school skate park was at.
Yeah. What was that vibe like?
Well, it was like in between when I moved back, because like Muska and Penny and them had like done their thing there.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was right before Baker had started. So then I saw like Reynolds start coming there and all those guys when he was still riding for Birdhouse.
Mm-hmm.
And then it started Baker, and then Evan and Terry and stuff would come down from Long Beach when they were just little kids.
Yeah.
And so then I would catch word that like they started doing stuff down the Wilshire Rail. And I was like, well, that's pretty crazy.
You're like, I need to step on this one.
I was just like, I don't believe it. And then all of a sudden I saw the footage, and I was like, holy shit. Because literally they would try a trick on the flat rail, and then next thing I know, you know, or off the bank, and then they were doing it down really big stuff. And that's kind of how it went though with that place. Everyone would just train on that rail.
Yeah.
And then you'd see it like, I don't know, down Bricktown or something, like a month or something like that.
Yeah, and that's pretty rad. I mean, moving to Huntington, living in Florida, and then coming to Huntington Beach, that must have been a big, you know, kind of like a small culture shock a little bit, or not really?
Yeah, it was. It was, because when I lived in Florida, maybe it was like that for you, but I mean, it was in the 90s, so like there wasn't that many, I don't even know what it's like there now, but there wasn't that many skateboarders. So
No,
if
it wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you saw someone who had a skate shirt on or skate shoes, you like went up to them and you're like, am I staying the night at your house? Where is the skate spots, you know? And it was like, and so then you were just like automatically just like, okay, we're doing this. And then I moved to California, and then I saw some people with skate shoes. They were riding skateboards down the street, and I was like, hey, you know, I started talking to them. They're like, who the hell are you? Get lost. And I was like, oh man, this is different.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but then I found the kids who were like really, you know, really into it, and then it was kind of, you know, it was the same vibe, but you got to search a little harder.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And did you like, you know, when you were skateboarding out here in Huntington, I mean, did you like start gathering sponsors, or shops started noticing you, or anything like that, or what?
Yeah, I mean, I would try, you know, because I would make like, you know, I'd be out there with my friends, and we'd all make our videos and stuff. They'll sponsor me tapes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So then you'd like make your sponsor me tape, and then I'd be like all pumped up, and I would take it down to like a skate shop that was like 15 miles up Beach Boulevard, because like I like some of the boards that they had. And so then eventually I started kind of getting some sponsors and things, and that was my goal, is that I wanted to be pro. And then like I even stopped going to regular high school and did like independent studies and did that for the main. I would go to my high school to skate at the skate park, but I wouldn't go there to go to school.
They'll be watching you, and there's Matt right there skating at the park.
No, I would just like wait for the truancy officer to come, and then I'd be like, no man, I'm doing homeschool now. So I kind of stuck it to him. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Yeah. and then like, you know, you got, I remember your name and stuff like that from 4-1 videos and certain things like that. And how'd you get involved in all that stuff?
I mean, I was just skating around, you know, and yeah, I was living, and being in Huntington Beach, and then I just was around a lot of guys who were doing it, you know, as everyone was coming up. Like at the time, I skated a lot with Tosh and Wes Anderson, or not Wes Anderson, Wes Law.
Wes Law.
Yeah, why was his name Wes Anderson? He used to skate too. It's a fucking crazy world.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, like a bunch of kids around there, and that was as like they were just kind of like I said, at that time it was like everyone was trying to like push it, you know. So then be out there, and sometimes a lot of the spots would be pretty gnarly, so I would just be like, well, I'll wait for my turn. Yeah. And then figure something out. So.
And then it happened. And then TSA came knocking on your door, right?
Yeah, well, I would see Queen who in at the skate park and stuff like that. And then I showed them some tricks that I was doing, and they started giving me some stuff. But I kind of... We in the house. Yeah. I haven't seen him in ages. But those guys, I mean, it was cool because everyone was just really supportive, and everyone was really just about like pushing it and supporting everyone and making everyone better, and like really like a cool community. Yeah. But yeah, that didn't last too long because then I broke my leg.
Oh,
right
shit.
when I was like, I just graduated, and then I was ready to be like, all right, I'm like, now I don't even have to do like the paperwork once a week for school. I can just like
just
fully do it. And then I was skating at this like Hubba Ledge with Anthony Mosley, and like he was skating so good too.
Yeah, he was. He was killing it then.
Yeah, he was killing it. And then I just kind of landed wrong and busted my leg.
What trick were you trying, or do you remember?
I was trying like a crooked grind down this. What was it? It was the Workman Ledge.
Oh shit, that's that steep one.
It was pretty steep. Yeah. And there was a little like bump before it that kind of made it like tricky to pop.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just had it was just a fluke thing. So.
Damn, that sucks. Sorry to hear that.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah.
And that's when you decided to move your way into music. Is that what made you start doing music and stuff, or had you always been doing music?
Well, I started playing music around the same time I started skateboarding, because the guys who I borrowed those skateboards from, eventually when I got my own, as I said, then I eventually would like go back to their house and they had a box or something, and then in their room they had a guitar, and I'd be like, I want to play guitar too, that's so cool. So then when they'd set it down, I'd pick it up. You know, I was like 11 years old, just stoked, because it was all really cool, you know, you plug it in. And so then eventually I was like, oh, I got to get my own guitar. So I bought this really cheap, like $50 guitar with an amp. And then I had that for a number of years, but then I was like out of a skateboard and shoes. So then I traded it to Brian Sumner for a pair of audios and a couple Birdhouse boards. And then I didn't have a guitar anymore.
Oh no.
And then I asked him years later, I said, what happened to that guitar? And he's like, oh, I gave it to Jim Greco.
Oh, that's right.
And then
at least the legend had it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And then I messaged Jim Greco on Instagram recently, but he didn't respond. I said, do you know whatever happened to that guitar?
he's like, oh, I'm not talking to this guy.
Yeah, he's probably like, who's this kook? So anyways, yeah, I was dreaming big. But yeah, so that's how I started playing guitar. And also, like, I really didn't even think to, like, you know, I wasn't even thinking to, like, that I'd be, like, I'm 41 now, that I would still be playing guitar. I thought I'd be I thought I'd still be jumping down handrails and stuff, which
You're still skating, dude.
skate,
I see your clips, man. You still kill it, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I think you just dropped one the other day, dude.
I do. There's just a couple flat ground tricks.
Well, it's still rad, dude.
Yeah, I love it actually. I couldn't skate for a long time because when I busted my leg, I couldn't walk for a long time. It was a couple years to even learn how to walk because it was a compound fracture and then it wasn't healing and then it re-broke again when I tried to walk on it.
Damn.
So it's kind of, I know, it's not, you don't want to hear that, but it was like just kind of, I think it was just a really fluke thing. And then when I got better, I was actually just like, just glad to be able to walk again. But I would go, when I had my broken leg, I'd go with my crutches and I would do like the 3 flips and stuff like that, yeah. And, but then eventually, like, when I had to actually, I couldn't even, when I got rid of those and I got rid of the cast on, I went to walk on my leg thinking it was going to be fine, and I was like, oh no, this is going to take a long time. So then, so it took me a long time to like even just get the mobility back, and so I didn't skate for a while because it was actually just like, I mean, I'd roll around, but doing any tricks was actually really impossible. And then it also like, I think I understood like flick a lot more once I finally got my muscles back, because I actually had to like try harder to get that. The reason why I couldn't kickflip when I came back for a long time is because that muscle was, that's right where it broke and it was so weak.
Damn.
But when you're a kid, you just do stuff. You don't, I mean, like when you're, you know, I mean, actually the smart ones do. They think about the science and the mechanics of it and like, and how the body works. But I was just like, you know, just like trial and error until I got it right, and then automatically my subconscious like picked up on it and I would learn it. I think that's one thing that I thought about when I broke my leg. I was like, man, I wish that I would have actually taken like a little bit longer instead of like, I would just go out for like as many hours in the day as possible. And I was like, I should have taken like at least a couple hours off to actually think about it a little more, because then I would actually probably been able to skate a little better. But I just thought you just grind away at it, which is, you have to do that too, but there's another aspect of it as well.
No, that's skateboarding.
yeah, it was just, obsessive.
It sticks in your heart and sticks in your mind, no matter what, if you're broken or unbroken, you know.
Yeah.
You just gotta keep going at it.
Totally.
You know?
But there is a balance, you know, so.
But your music, I mean, you've been doing a lot with it. I mean, didn't you have a couple songs in movies and?
Yeah.
And I think it was a cartoon one, a penguin or something like that. I can't remember what it was.
I don't even know.
I remember seeing it and I was like, and then I watched the movie the other night. I was like, whoa, is that Matt Costa's song right there?
It might have been, yeah. It might have
It was like some cartoon ones, but yeah, I mean, you've been doing great with that. I mean, did you expect your music to go this far?
No, I didn't expect it to go this far. But I do love music, and but that's the kind of thing with that too. Actually, I really enjoyed just talking about skateboarding. That was pretty fun. So,
oh, we can talk about skateboarding as long as you want.
Yeah. No, I mean, I you know, whatever. But the thing I think about anything too is that, and some of the guys were saying it earlier, but you got to really, you know, you have to try hard and do these things, but you also have to have goals, but also like your expectations have to be to just enjoy it. And so I always just enjoyed doing it, and when I did that, like that was my expectation, was to just have fun doing it.
Yeah.
And then when I achieved that, then anything else that came from it or comes from it is a win. So you're already winning at that point.
Yeah.
So that's been really that's why I still play music.
That's awesome.
Because I'll sit down, and so today too I was sitting back there, I was like, what am I gonna play? And so I just thought, why don't I play I was like, I'm gonna challenge myself. I'll play a new song. So
okay.
I was gonna play a new one for you that I just wrote, so I had to write down the words, and we're gonna figure this out together.
All right, you ready to jam out?
I think so, yeah.
All right, guys, Matt Costa right here.
Cool.
Rolling. All right, this song is called The Golden Ghost. Take him to Alaska in the freezing cold, where trouble is a glacier melting in the snow. Take him to the desert, he'll be the sand in the red sunset. He's your man. The cursive on his hat read the golden ghost. He shook my hand, said you must be lost. He said there are 8 stages in the game of fear, and it's only one way on the road you took here. There's a golden ghost in my rearview mirror, a golden ghost. There's a golden ghost with a heart of gasoline, a golden ghost. There's a golden ghost. Through the myriad turns and at every dead end, there's a golden ghost. If you come for fortune, he can hypnotize. If you come for freedom, he has your disguise. But if you ever doubt him or any of his plans, just look into the sunset. He's your man. He's your man. He's your man. There's a golden ghost in my rearview mirror, a golden ghost. There's a golden ghost with a heart of gasoline, a golden ghost. There's a golden ghost. Through the myriad turns and at every dead end, there's a golden ghost.
Dude, that was a sick song, dude.
Thank you.
So how you wrote it? So where'd you come up with the words and everything?
Well, the words from this one, I kind of sit down and I let personal experience sort of kind of just develop into something that becomes a story that's bigger than itself.
Mm-hmm.
This one in particular, I had some really personal things that hit home with me,
Mm-hmm.
and it's basically about how when you look at something in the past with perspective, how sometimes in the present you can have a lot different view of it, and sometimes that's hard hard to process.
No, 100%. I agree with you on that. Trust me.
Yeah.
Been on the same boat too, man.
Yeah. There you go.
No, that's rad, dude. I mean, I wish, I don't want to say I wish. I mean, we all can play music, not everybody, but I mean, music to me and skateboarding is like a good mix because you look at skateboarding, it's all about beats. You're bending down, doing those tricks, so it's like kind of like a beat.
Oh yeah.
And with music, it's the same thing too. So that's why I always love music with skateboarding or skateboarding with music because it goes good together. And,
Oh yeah.
And do you feel that was help you to get your music going?
Yeah. I mean, I've written songs too where I've like sampled skating when like the wheels roll over like cracks in the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
Just because for that same reason I've like used that as a drum beat before.
Oh, that's
Because I
sick.
thought that would be pretty cool. And but yeah, there's just also something about like I think with anything creative, you have to look at it. It can be formulaic, but you also have to be able to continually look at it fresh.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the most important thing about music, because otherwise you'll write the same song over and over again,
Yeah.
or you'll play the same riffs. And so I think growing up like skateboarding helped me to learn how to do that.
Oh, that's rad, dude. And you got a tour coming up too, right?
Yeah, I do.
Tell me about this one.
Because
Because I checked out some of the people, and the people you got in are pretty dope, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, on this one, I'll be out in well, let's see. Yeah, I'm doing some shows with Travis Sura,
Yeah.
and
sick.
then I'll be doing some shows with Cayucas. It's another band from Southern California, and we'll be doing shows all throughout the United States.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I wrote this song for this tour specifically.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Are you excited about the tour?
Hell yeah.
Where's the first stop?
I don't know.
Where you jump in
I'm
the
just
van,
gonna-
you're going, right?
I'm just gonna get out and be like, all right, I made it.
And other than a tour, where can people find your music? Any like certain platforms, website? Where can people listen to your music at?
Well, yeah, they can go to, I guess, well, you can order vinyl on my website too.
Okay.
If you want to get like the real thing.
I'm gonna buy one of those.
Yeah. And then iTunes and Spotify and those
Okay.
things. And I have some other stuff that's on some of the other like other platforms, like even YouTube and stuff like that. And I have a YouTube channel where I do a bunch of alternate versions of songs and things. So
Okay. And what's your website?
MattCosta.com.
You hear that, guys? MattCosta.com. Go buy some vinyls, get his music, because this dude's fucking dope. And one last word, man. Where can people, not where can people, but one last thing is what if somebody wants to step in your shoes where you, with music, skateboarding, what can you say to them?
I would say that you have to do it for the love. And that's it.
Dude, that's fucking rad. That's rad, dude. That's rad. That's so true, man. Definitely true. Well, Matt, man, I want to wish you best of luck on your tour. Thank you for coming on. I love your music, 100%, dude.
Thanks.
And coming up next, Vincent Alvarez.
Yabai! Nani? That's so good! Yay! It's actually really good. Oh shit!
Hey, what's up, Vincent? How you
Hello,
doing, dude?
good,
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
How was the drive up or drive down?
It was nothing. We just had a couple conversations, and next thing you know, we were here.
You're like, oh shit, we're in Costa Mesa. What the hell going on?
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I'm gonna be straight honest with you. You're one of my youngest favorite skaters, dude. I just want to say that, dude.
Really?
Yes.
Man.
For the
dude,
new
that
age,
means a
for
lot.
the new age, dude.
Oh.
For you to sit on the bench
Dude.
next to me, it was an honor, dude.
Dude.
Sorry, I just fanned out
Nah,
a quick second,
thanks,
brother.
dude,
I just
dude,
fanned out.
thank you.
I got blank. I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna say, and I had to say that.
Oh,
Now I got
thanks,
it out
man.
there. So, what got you into skateboarding? I know you
Uh,
get that question 1,000 times, but
Nah, man, it was seriously like where I grew up at, there wasn't much skateboarders around, and some random kids had a little quarter pipe that they built in the area we always used to play in.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, in the middle of everything, and I just saw them skating it, and I tried to drop in on my rollerblades. That didn't work.
Hold on,
I got
rollerblades.
smoked.
Rollerblades. Were you
Yeah,
were you a
you
fruit
know.
winner, man?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, a little bit, you know. But after that, I was like, man, skateboard would probably be better.
Yeah.
And I just love this ever since.
That's awesome, man.
And my cousin skateboarded too, and they got all the videos and stuff. So that's what really got me into it.
And you grew up in California, or?
Yeah, I grew up in California.
What part?
Yep, Southern California, kind of East LA area.
Okay.
And and just grew up there skating, and then moved to Georgia for a little bit.
What was that like?
It was fun.
Did
Yeah.
you skate in Atlanta or what?
Yeah, I did. At first, I hated it because it wasn't a city.
It was hot.
It was so hot too.
Not like right now.
No, yeah, not like right now in here. But I loved it, dude. Like after a while, I got used to it, and then the thing that kept me grounded was that I skated, because I was going to high school at the time, and man, it's like, how do I fit in this and that? So I just had a weird group of nerd friends. Yeah, it was like all multiracial and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And dude, I just was stuck. It helped me keep skating.
That's awesome. And going from South LA to all the ways to Atlanta, I mean, that must have been like you just said, it must have been a big culture shock. I mean, you're coming from a big city to, I mean, I'm from the South, so I mean, I know, you know, what it's like out there, to a country, basically.
Yeah.
You know, where you got pine trees and humidity and roaches about that big flying at you.
Yeah,
and mosquitoes.
crazy bugs you never thought existed.
So what was that experience like? I mean, I know you just talked about a few minutes ago, but I mean.
It went from really fast to really slow. And it also went from really communal to really like, how do I talk to this person who lives 3 blocks away rather than talking to someone who lived 2 houses away. So that was really hard to get adjusted to. But dude, after I was just skating around everywhere, I got used to it. And I met a dude who like filmed and loved skateboarding too. Shout out Toy Machine. He was a real big Toy Machine fan.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, and then we just all just, you know, I found the skate shop out there.
Which skate shop was it?
Skate Life.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
Skate
I
Life
heard
skate
that one.
shop.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Hey, what about when you won the Mountain Dew contest?
Oh yeah, and then
Yo, won the
yep.
Mountain Dew contest. What's the deal?
Yo, I won a free flow tour.
Oh,
Mountain
yeah?
Dew contest.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Atlanta?
Yeah, in Atlanta. At the Van Skate Park out there. Yep.
Tell us about that, dude.
Dude, after I won that, I was like, whoa, I could probably be a skater. Yo.
You're like, whoa, I got some skills now.
Dude, yeah, like the skate shop like took me out there, and my family went out there and stuff, and seen the big old check. I was like, it's only $250, but I feel like I won $1 million right here.
So what'd you do with that $250?
I
Did you
probably
buy
bought
candy or what?
Nah, I think I bought a couple boards and some new clothes, and that's it. Yo.
No girls hit you up?
Nah, man, nah, dude, I didn't get into girls till like past high school.
Well, that's rad. I mean, like I said, I grew up in Pensacola, Florida, so I mean, Atlanta and Pensacola is like probably like
Super close. All East Coast is really
hours,
close.
3
huh?
hours away, but we used to go to Atlanta all the time to skate because there was a hot spot, or we go to New Orleans to go skate and stuff. So I mean, I know the difference because when I moved out to California, it was a big culture shock to me because you know I'm used to the South, and coming out to San Diego was like, holy shit, dude.
Right.
Big difference. I know where you're coming from.
Yeah, it was a huge difference. Even the weather.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I was like, whoa.
You couldn't have straight hair.
Right? Yeah, it was a trip, man.
That's awesome. And then when did you make your trip back over here?
Probably like the end of my teens, so I was probably like 16, 17.
Okay.
And yeah, we moved back, and then that's when like I really started getting like, okay, what am I doing? Am I gonna skate, or am I gonna work, or am I gonna go to college or something?
Yeah.
So that's probably really when I was like, okay, let me get my life in track.
Yeah. And
My parents luckily were like, finish high school. As long as you finish high school, you do whatever the hell you want.
they wanted you to get that high school diploma. They don't care.
Yeah.
Were they very supportive of your skateboarding or what?
At first, a little bit. They bought a couple boards here and there, and my aunts obviously were. Shout out my auntie Lisa. She lives right by me, and she took me to a bunch of places. And but they kind of were, yeah, but not crazy.
Yeah.
Because obviously skateboarding, dude, it takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
Like and it also distracts you from school. But nowadays, you're like, man, school, what do they even teach you?
Yeah, 100% agree.
Skateboarding teaches you a lot more.
Yeah, you learn more on the streets than you do in school.
Yeah.
You know, because you're out skating with your homies and you're learning, oh, well, I'm learning math by doing this trick and that trick and how to get my feet in this position, that position to flip that board to that way, you know?
Yeah.
They ain't gonna teach you, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Only skateboarders understand that.
Social studies is right here.
Exactly. Math, we're going outside.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, definitely. Sorry, I had a brain fart there a quick second.
Nah,
but
it's all good, man.
But no, definitely, that's pretty rad. And then, did you end up getting with the same crew of homies, or did you have to meet new people to skate with, or?
I think once I moved back to West Covina, because when I went from Georgia, I came back to West Covina, and that's where I met my buddy Justin and a bunch of people from there, and that's when I really got in like a solid crew, and he had a filmer, and everyone was doing their thing, and I was like, whoa, like these dudes are kind of, oh, you're serious, kind of, you know, like, and that's when I really got into it, like.
Dude,
crazy.
that's rad. And that's when, you know, sponsors started looking at you. Did you get like a shop sponsor out here, or what?
No, that was actually before I got like sponsors looked at me,
Okay.
like, cause I was just in the crew skating. I was like the little, what do they call them, the Groms
The
or
Groms,
whatever?
yeah.
Yeah,
You're a little Grom.
Yeah, I was probably so shitty to everybody. My bad, dude. Like, but so I was just like doing my thing, skating, and everyone was doing everything else, making videos and stuff. I was kind of a little bit in it, and then yeah, and then I just kept it up. I just have fun with it.
Yeah, and look at you now. I mean, you're riding for one of the legendary brands. I mean,
thank you,
You know,
man.
chocolate skateboards,
Thank
girls
you.
get Krell Tap, basically. You know, I mean, that's. I mean, you got a lot of shoes to fill in that thing, man. Like,
Oh, dude. What size do I wear? What size?
I mean, like, when they called you or they met you up, like, and they say, "Yo, we want you to ride for you." Take us that day when they first asked you that, dude.
Dude, that day was weird because I remember I was at the end of a contest. I won the contest, and then they hit me up.
What
and
contest? Sorry, what contest was
It was a King of LA.
Okay. Oh, I remember
it
that.
was it was thrown by DC,
Yeah.
and they hit like Sam Smite. Shout out Sam Smite. He hit me
Yep.
up, and
Shout out to Smile.
yeah, man. And dude, after that, I was like, I don't know if I want to do this.
Really?
To be honest with you, like, yeah, man, because I don't know, like skating at the time was kind of like, it was cool, but there was a lot of weird things going on with it. And I don't know if I wanted to have fun still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just wanted to have fun. So I didn't hit him up for a while.
Really?
Yeah, I think a couple months or something.
So he was probably like, "Whoa, what's up with this dude?"
Yeah. And I think I lost the number or the phone that I gave him.
Supposedly.
Yeah, supposedly. Yeah, but nah, dude. But it was surreal.
Yeah.
After I called them and then officially getting a filmer, Ty Evans. After that, I was like, man, let's just fully press the gas on this thing, and I was just all for it.
Ah, that's rad, dude.
And I think that's fuck. You're given that opportunity.
Why not
Like,
take it?
Why not take that?
Yeah, fuck it. You know.
Yeah, man, I don't want to. I ain't trying to pack boxes or fucking pack meat lunches, dude. Like,
No, you
went
don't,
for
man.
it, man.
And you did it.
Yeah, just
And
skate.
you did it, man. I mean, now now you're on a list with all those dudes. You know, like, how does that make you feel?
Dude, it makes sometimes until recently is when I barely started like feeling it.
Really?
Yeah, at first I was kind of like, oh, damn, there's Rick Howard right there.
Like I just did with you, right?
Yeah, I'm like, I can't even talk to him right now. But then like later on, I was like, man, we're a part of something great, and it's good to do your homework, keep the legacy going, but obviously don't steal no one's tricks.
Is that what they told you? Don't steal my tricks.
Yo, I had a bunch of homies. They used to tell me that. Like, let me take my trick, man. Like, you're doing switch tray, I do it better, dog. I do it.
and that's pretty rad. And I mean, and you've been and I watched you grow in your skateboard times and stuff with chocolate and all the brands and see your clips and watch all your video parts and stuff, and I've seen you progress to what you are now. And it's rad to see you do that, and then now you get to go travel. I mean, what's it like traveling with these guys?
Dude, traveling with those guys is so fun. So much fun, man. Like, sometimes you wake up, you had a long day or whatever or night the day before, and you're kind of like, oh, like, what do I do today? Like, what spot are we skating? But then like you just see someone rolling around, not even caring, like doing a little kick turn or something, and then it's like the switch turns on, and you're just like, whoa, that's not serious, you know? It's not serious.
Yeah.
It isn't. And the way skating is it's kind of become a little more serious. And skating for these brands, man, we all get our shit done, but you're gonna gotta be serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I know what you're saying. I mean, I know what you mean, because I mean, it is definitely, you know, some of us, when we were skateboarding, it wasn't like that. You know, it was all about fun and stuff. Yeah, we get sponsors and this, but it ended up being fun. And it feels like this generation now, it's all more focused about serious. I'm going to skate the SLL contest. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Do that. And then see you guys, you know, you just dropped a video part. Congratulations.
Oh,
Look how
thank you,
bumbles
dude.
about
Appreciate
that. Congratulations on
Appreciate
that. You know? and watching that video brought me back to the 90s, you know, because it was like, dude, that's what skateboarding is about fun. You know, and watching that video, it just made me like, wow, dude, I'm going to go watch more Lakai videos, old ones, because that's just been prime on that.
Thanks, dude.
And like, but yeah, I mean, you know, you don't do that much contests, do you? Or
No, not no more. No, I used to be like trying to do all the stuff, but it's a little bit of a more like, I don't know, the situation is crazy now.
Yeah.
The climate and everything with like, there's so much heavy competitions, hitters.
Yeah.
Heavy hitters,
Yes.
you know?
Oh, you just saw Udo, right?
Yeah, you know,
Holy shit.
And yeah.
Well, they called it Udinator or something like that.
Really? They did it?
Yeah, they gave him a name
Whoa, for real?
for that. Yeah, they just named a name for it, dude.
Okay.
I was like, whoa, I never
Damn.
heard of that.
All right. Yeah, I don't really like, no. If it's like a little like close contest with like,
Homies and stuff.
yeah, something like that, I'll do it, but
Yeah. But you prefer more street skating. That's more your style.
yeah.
More you're like speaking your language and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's whatever. People might say it's corny, but it's more like art to me.
No, it is.
You know, like I like to express myself.
Yeah. No, that's
and
right.
Sometimes I don't like to be controlled.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that one, man.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go back a little bit. I just talked about your video part. Dude, take us back to you filming that video part, man.
Which one? The bubble one?
Bubble one, dude. Like, what was that
Well,
like?
it was kind of trippy because it was supposed to be a promo video at first, which every video is promo, but it's supposed to be 2 parts.
Yeah.
And then a montage. So at first it was like, oh yeah, let's get a couple clips of everybody, and then everyone started getting a bunch of stuff, and then it was like, dude, we're doing a full length. I was like, oh, damn, all right. Like, So then we started going on more trips, and, you know, everyone started getting more, you know, more clips and stuff, and it came out cool. Yeah.
Nah, it was a dope video. So if you guys haven't checked it out, you might have checked it out. Go watch it again, 50,000 times, man.
Yep.
and one of the spots I want to talk about is the one, and I might get the trick wrong. You did 5-0, 180 out, or what was that? The nose slide 180
Oh
out?
yeah, the 5-0 to fakie and
Yeah,
the
5-0
no
to
slide 270
Yeah,
thing.
that spot was sick, dude.
It was like a bank, but it was like steps.
Yeah, I
right?
had to pause it and look at it. I was like, what is that? Is that stairs? And then it was like, but you just rolled down it. I was like, what the hell? That was weird.
Dude, that's so rad because I had a feeling like, oh no, let's stop, let's go here, let's start the day here, because we drove by there the day before, put it in my maps or whatever, and then we went there and had a session. I was like, this might trip somebody out.
It did trip me out.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, in Guadalajara. Yeah, Mexico.
Don't get too much secrets now.
Oh yeah, damn, I'm messing up right now.
and you just, you know, we put one of the chocolate commercials in, and I saw it and I loved it, and it was you with the chocolate grill.
Yeah, the Spot Grill.
Yeah, tell us about that thing,
Dude, the Spot Grill, it was supposed to come out like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just recently they finally got the whole stock in.
Yeah.
And man, that thing goes.
Yeah, I saw you cooking. I was like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah, because me and my buddies were always like barbecuing and stuff.
Yeah.
Because every time we go skate, sometimes we're chilling. Some people don't skate, some people do, and we're hungry.
Yeah.
So shit, fire that grill up.
so you go get it on krelltap.com right there, the chocolate grill, dude. That thing's dope. Yeah, I had to throw that one in there.
Yeah, nah, thanks, man. A lot, dude. Like a year and a half ago, people were like, "Where can I get it? Where can I get it?" I don't know if I was like early marketing or whatever, but
Yeah.
I felt bad. I was like, "You can't."
And then a couple of other things. What do you have coming up for 2023? Anything good?
We're working on a little static part. You ever heard of static?
Yeah.
Yeah. Josh hit me up. He's like,
Oh,
"Yo,
Jo-
we're
oh,
doing,
you're gonna
we're
have a
doing
part in
static
that?
6. I don't know about a part, but I'm trying to get as much clips as I can
Dude, that's-
before the deadline.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
dude.
So the past couple weeks we've been filming VX stuff
Oh,
for that,
sick.
and that's it for this year. And then next year, Dickie's video. We've been working on Dickie's video for a little bit.
Any chocolate videos or anything? That's what a lot of people are waiting on.
Yeah,
right?
man. I hope so, because now that like Lakai video's done, you know, a lot of people are like, all right, let's get back into the funk, you know.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna get that funk going.
You got to, man. I mean,
Yeah,
you guys got some heavy hitters on that team now.
Oh man, dude.
You-
Especially
you still got OG Kenny Anderson on there.
Yes, and he's been ripping, right? Yeah, Vegas. Yeah.
And one last thing, what can you say to the upcoming skaters? Anything that you want to say to them that they want to be in your shoes, or anything that you want to tell them?
Dude, I would say just keep your head up. Like, try not to keep your head down. Like, sometimes that'll get you distracted and functified of everything what's really going on, and just keep your head up, man, and don't worry about what everyone else says. Don't worry about like the numbers and everything that comes in, because sometimes you might do something that feels great, and to the mass it might not be great, but just keep it going.
You hear that? Keep it going there, right there. Yeah! Hell yeah. Well, it's a wrap for TSM Live Show, Season 6, Episode 8. I'm your host, Tommie Zam. I want to say thank you to Attic Skateshop for allowing us to film this episode here. Thank you to all our sponsors making this season happen. Thank you to our guests for coming on this show.
Thanks, man.
Choose
Appreciate
Skateboard
it.
Mag Live. And tune in next month, because we'll be hitting on the road. Coming up next is Matt Costa.
The song's called Katabatic Wind, and it's about the Santa Ana winds. Here you go. I rode it from the Great Basin, just a devil in the wings. Who you are, who you were, that's all about to change. In a katabatic wind, blowing through all of the ages. The katabatic wind, blowing through all of the ages. Shift your head, don't look back, past, present, no more cages. The shadow on the ground that you once knew is running over the plains in a katabatic wind, blowing through all of the ages. Katabatic wind. The katabatic wind. I take you by surprise, mix up with the trade wind. I'll take you over the sea. I'll take you in a katabatic flight, blowing through all of the ages. In a katabatic wind, blowing through all of the ages. A katabatic wind. Katabatic wind. If I get off a mountain, well, I'm never gonna lose my way again once I find it. And I was standing beside me like a ghost of someone I used to know, I used to know. Up on the holy mountain, I saw visions that were so divine, so divine. Up on the holy trail, I heard eagles screaming and mountains breathing out my name. They said, let go. They said, let go. They said, let go. Up on the holy mountain, and I was looking at life right between the eyes, oh, right between the eyes. And I was looking at death, making patterns over my head, over my head. Up on the holy mountain, well, I waved goodbye to all of that I used to know. Up on the holy mountain, well, I waved goodbye to all of that I used to know. I said, let go. I said, let go. I said, let go. Up on the holy mountain, if I get off a mountain, well, I'm never gonna lose my way again once I find it. If I get off a mountain, well, I'm never gonna lose my way again once I find it. Up on the holy mountain, well, I wave goodbye to all of that I used to know. Up on the holy mountain, well, I wave goodbye to all of that I used to know. I said, let go. I said, let go. I said, let go. Up on the holy mountain, that song.
Rowdy loved it.
Go there, Rowdy.
Go Rowdy. Go say hi to him. Go give him love. Go give him love. Go give him love.
That song was about a bunch of people who took a mushroom trip on the top of a mountain in Mexico.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, that sounds like the Donner Party.